everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Tesa padlock. This is one of the two locks I got from Adrian Leon, and very cool lock, very nice brass body. I know it's got a lot of scratches and dings on it, but I'm not worried about that. It's still a pretty cool looking lock. Plus it's got a integrated Euro cylinder here, so even if I wanted to, I could find a really nice Euro and change that out. But I don't think I'm going to. I think this is actually going to go into my collection for at least a little while before, you know, eventually I'll trade it off. That's kind of the way I do things. Okay, so let me get you zoomed in here and camera arranged there. Alright, so I'm going to use a top of the keyway pry bar. This is my thickest one, and it has a little bit of flop, but it fits in there well enough. And I want to use my very shortest homemade hook. I know it's kind of rough, but it gets the job done. Okay, got a click out of 2. Okay, gotta get under this last pin here. Okay, let's see if I got it moved up any. Okay, I think I got a click out of it there. Let's try some of these other pins now. It is kind of awkward. I could use a 15 thousandths pick, but it seems like I get more feedback doing this, even though it's really tight. But this is a very thinned down pick, so it kind of does well in situations like this. Okay, there's a nice click out of the last pin. Couple clicks coming forward. There's another click. I felt a tiny little give on the core. And I think that was pin 3. And there we go, we're open off of 4. And my tension wrench flew out, but it is still picked. There we go. Alright, let me pick that up off the floor. Alright. And let's gut this bad boy. This is a very large, nice and heavy lock. Phillips. This handy screwdriver that Bobby Keys sent me. Actually, I keep 2 screwdrivers handy, a flat blade and a Phillips. Alright, it's got the full circle clip on it, so I'm going to lock this back up. And I'm going to try to push the circle clip a little bit with the screwdriver here. There we go, starting to give. There we go. Alright, so let's break out the pinning tray. And my key. That's the bitting on the key, by the way. Not a bad bitting at all. You got to get around this really low cut one here in the front. And I didn't feel like there was any T-pins or anything in there, but I don't know. I don't even know if I could fit a shim in there. This thing is super thin. Yeah, it didn't catch up on anything. Actually, a little bit of oddity there with chamber 2 there, even with the key. It's sitting below the shear line. And I think I may have just found out why. I believe this is a master keyed lock. Okay, so chamber 1. is a wafer and a key pin. That's got a serration on that key pin. Then I've got just a wafer, no smoothness on the bottom there. And then that's another serrated pin. I've got a wafer and another serrated pin, and then another serrated pin. Nothing, no counter milling on here, so that's not too bad. Alright, let's see what's up top. Okay, standard, well, not quite standard, maybe. Or is that just a dirt ring? That's just a dirt ring. There's a wafer and another driver. Another driver. And looks like we've got nothing but standards in this lock for the most part. Not a too terrible of a pick. Interesting nonetheless, so let's go ahead and zoom in on here and show you what we got. And there's my tweezers. Alright, so I've got a interesting key pin here. It is serrated and it's got a little tiny tapered top, but that was kind of defeated by this wafer. And then I've got a standard pin above it, a standard pin here with a wafer and another standard pin. Oddly enough, that's not actually a key pin, so don't know what's going on with that. Then I've got another serrated key pin, and this one doesn't look like it has a tapered top like the other one did. Then I've got a driver, and this driver's tapered on one side. Maybe it'd have been more effective if it was pointed that way. Then another serrated driver. This one does not have a tapered top, but it had a wafer above it, so it kind of defeated the purpose there. Then I've got another serrated one. It has a tapered top. It is actually really lightly stepped down here. Let me see if it'll focus any better. Yeah, there is. You can kind of see that step down on it. It's not truly tapered. Interesting. I like that. And then this one was actually oriented the correct way. It is a little bit tapered here, facing down, so gives you a little bit of change in feedback as you pick it. But that's what we have inside of this Tesa that Adrian Leon sent me. Adrian, thank you for the locks. I really appreciate what I got there, and I've had fun with them so far. Everyone else, please stay safe, don't do anything illegal, and please like and subscribe.